This past Tuesday evening, Defy Media closed up shop. In the worst way possible. And if you don't know who or what Defy Media is, don't worry. You've definitely heard of them. Let me explain. Defy Media is a network that was launched all the way back in 2008, formerly known as either Alloy Digital or Break Media. Some of the brands that Defy Media owned and also had control of creating content for is including but not limited to Smosh, Clevver, ScreenJunkies, and Break. And though the YouTube network started off with humble beginnings, it sure knew how to screw over its partners, and fast. Not only was Defy Media a production house, but it also was a YouTube MCN for creators of all sizes. And I'm gonna cover all this, the MCN, the network, I'm gonna cover all of it in just a moment here. Back in 2011, Defy Media purchased Smosh from Anthony Padilla and Ian Heckox for a whopping $0 USD. And the reason why this business deal even was able to go through is because they purchased it through stock. Which means once Defy Media owned Smosh, Anthony and Ian both owned stock in the Smosh brand. The problem is that stock only becomes valuable once a company or brand goes public. The problem is Defy Media never went public. The Smosh brand has now amassed over 23 million subscribers and has reached just about 8 billion video views. That brand was sold for $0. But that's all hindsight. It sucks. Defy Media is not only a production house for both Smosh, Clevver, ScreenJunkies, all those other brands under the Defy umbrella, but it is also an MCN, a multi-channel network. How these MCNs work is, as a creator, you sign up to give a portion of your ad revenue to that multi-channel network, and in turn, they give you their resources under their little umbrella. The idea of an MCN sounds great. It sounds like a great, genius idea. It sounds like a win-win for both the influencer and also the business behind the MCN. The problem is, in hindsight, literally every single MCN that I can find has just been out to manipulate and take advantage of the creators under the network. Now, you might be asking, why would a very reputable MCN and partner network like Defy need to close up shop? They have channels like Smosh, Clevver, ScreenJunkies, so many channels under their network, raking in millions upon millions of views a day. Why would they need to close up shop? Well, they've ran out of money. Obviously. But the whole situation makes zero sense. This is the same company that just 2 years ago had $70 million invested into it. Where the heck did all that money go? Well, it sounds like they at least had enough money to pay off all their employees that got fired overnight, and also everyone under their MCN, all the creators who need their AdSense money. They probably were able to pay for all that, right? Nope. Defy Media not only fired all of their employees overnight, but also froze all of their bank accounts. What are they doing? What are they thinking? Okay, if you want to start an MCN, if you want to start a business of any kind and have employees, this should be like a one-on-one of what not to do, okay? If you didn't know this already, when you're signed with a wonderful multi-channel network such as Defy, you don't just get a payout from Google AdSense every month. You get a payout 2 months later, 2 months behind, because that Google AdSense account is going straight into Defy's pocket. They take their cut and they give it to you 2 months later. That's how it works. And the problem is, since Defy fired everyone in their company, in their building, there's no one to even pay out the creators. So creators are 2 months behind in their paychecks. They'll never see those, most likely. That sucks. And that's why you diversify your income, kids. One of a few things could happen. Firstly, there very well might be a lawsuit against Defy Media filed by one of the creators whose AdSense money has been withheld from them. The problem is, if they're bankrupt and no one's working for Defy Media anymore, would the lawsuit even go anywhere? I don't know. I don't know the logistics of that. The second thing that could happen is that Defy Media gives back the deserving creators AdSense revenue. But just looking at the way Defy Media closed up shop so randomly, I don't think that's gonna happen. And the third thing that could happen, and the thing that I think is most likely to happen, is that Defy Media takes ownership of that money and pays off whatever debts that they have as they go bankrupt. The problem is, not only is Defy Media holding 2 months of AdSense revenue from every single solitary creator signed under their MCN, but they're also withholding all of the brand revenue. Because if you did not know this already, most of the time when you're signed under an MCN, all brand deals go through that MCN. So your MCN, in this case Defy Media, gives you, the creator, your brand, let's just say Squarespace. You promote Squarespace, Squarespace pays Defy Media, your MCN, And if Defy Media goes bankrupt, you never get that payout. So you just did a brand deal for free. That sucks. Do you see the problem here? That's really bad. The next question that everyone is asking is what's going to happen to all of the brands, all of the shows that are under that Defy Media umbrella? ScreenJunkies, Smosh, Clevver, all those shows. What's going to happen to those? Firstly, at the time of filming this video, we don't know anything solid. All we really know is that all the different shows are looking for a new home, which is just fancy, sweet business terms for we're looking for a buyer. The problem with a new owner is that so many creative decisions could be made. And all of these brands have the potential of dying under a new management team. So let's just use Smosh for an example. So the first thing that could happen is either one of the original owners or together, Ian or Anthony, could buy Smosh from Defy Media. And if one of the original owners were to buy Smosh, it would become a private YouTube channel once again. The situation would kind of play out just like when Philip DeFranco bought back his show, The Philip DeFranco Show, from Discovery Digital Networks. The second thing that could happen is that nobody buys Smosh or Clevver or any of these other entities under Defy Media, and those shows, those beloved shows, die. Because if nobody owns the brand, and the brand isn't able to make any money without backing, the brand's dead. Welcome to Business 101. The third thing that could happen to either Smosh or Clevver, or really any of the entities that Defy Media owns, is that they are bought out by another bigger YouTube network, which there's such a thin road with that, because if there are any creative decisions that are changed, you could just wipe out the entire brand and the brand becomes worthless and die. So it's really hard when you're selling a brand like this. This whole situation is horrible on so many levels. Not only did everyone who was working at Defy Media and all of its subsidiaries get fired literally overnight with no warning. That is a horrible situation to be a part of, horrible situation to be in, but also literally every creator under the Defy Media umbrella of an MCN, it's not really even an umbrella, they're not protecting them from anything, they're without AdSense revenue for 2 months. That is a horrible situation. There's really nothing we can do. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the whole Defy Media, Smosh, Clevver, ScreenJunkies, whatever situation. This sucks, obviously, and I pray that all the creators whose money is being withheld by Defy's frozen bank accounts, that hopefully one day they will see those 2 months of their worthy ad revenue. They should be able to get that back, though I doubt it will happen. If you guys enjoyed the video and also learned something along the way, make sure to leave a like down below. And also let me know in the comments your thoughts on Smosh, Defy Media, and just all the companies, and what you think might happen to channels like Smosh that are being sold off to other big media corporations. And this whole situation could come full circle and happen all over again. So what are your thoughts? Leave those down in the comments below. If you guys are new here, I make videos on the influencers on social media, and I kind of like to dive deep into the business side of things. A lot of people when starting channels don't really know that there's a business behind all of their favorite YouTubers, and don't know that literally everything that they watch is planned. Nothing is just by accident. Everything is planned. So that's what this channel is all about. And also hit the notification bell, that'd be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, peace everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.